No, I just had a whole semester where I got really annoyed because, like, okay, first thing that happened, I'll go into it. I'll go into it.
Okay.
So I started a subject that was like, it was like a programming slash um programming slash like I guess like hardware, electrical hardware kind of subject. So we needed to do something where we would make a circuit board, then program the circuit board, or like I guess program like the chip we include on the circuit board, to control some other piece of hardware, right? Or just like do something, right? And I met up with this group, and we talked about designing microcontrollers. It was a microcontrollers subject, pretty much. That yeah. And we what's it called? We had met up the first few weeks, discussed stuff, and it was like, okay, so we're going to program a robot arm. We're gonna program a like an I don't know what you call it. It's just like an automated arm, right? We were gonna put like a camera on it and add a thing that what's it called? We're gonna add like the board that we make, and we're gonna get it to like register if things were like oddly shaped based on like we'd like use color and like get the camera to pick up things that are oddly shaped so it can pick those out of the like assembly line of things we were gonna feed it or whatever. So we're gonna get the arm to like just pick out anomalies, right? And he said, "Oh yeah, that's a good idea," right? And then this person that was in the group later on, okay, they didn't. Also, these two people didn't show up to any of the prac classes, and I showed up to every prac class, and all these prac classes I showed up to, I had brought. I had gone there. I tried to like do the software thing they wanted me to, because we were given Raspberry Pis, I think. And or little Raspberry Pi computers. I don't know how to explain it. They were like these little like boxes, and we were meant to be like putting some Linux software on it or something. And I did all the steps, and it didn't work, right? And it turns out they'd given me a broken SSD. So then I went back, got it replaced, tried to do it again. Turned out the whole board was also broken. So I went and got that replaced. And I got another board, and that one was still broken. And I got another one, and finally it started working. Although I got to the process of actually getting into the software, and I couldn't connect a certain thing because I think a slot on the board was broken as well. And it was like, fucking, it got like 5 weeks in, 6 weeks in, and I'd like still not made any progress towards any of the pracs because I just kept getting shit hardware that just didn't work. And all the software issues I was having, they didn't know how to like fix them. Like, it was just like non-stop, just fucking issues upon issues. But none of my like teammates for the thing came into any of the pracs, so I couldn't like borrow their boards. I couldn't do anything for the entire subject. So like, it didn't make any sense. And this team, they would meet up occasionally, and there was 3 of us, right? One of them was like barely showing up at first, and then the other one, after he started trying to like say, hey, how about we do this instead? This is actually like a better idea because this is more complex. He wanted us to create a laser measuring thing, you know how you can get how some people like you point something somewhere and you can point it in another part of the room and then it will automatically measure the distance between them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like using like I don't know, it was a bunch of shit. But like he wanted us to do that. It was like that is so much more complex. The lecturer already said the last one was good. Like what are you trying to do? I went and saw the lecturer for this subject, and he just said, okay, hang on, I'm getting ahead of myself. Then I messaged the group and I was like, hey, what are we moving forward with? Are we doing the new design? Are we doing the old design? I'd prefer to do the old design. And hey, if we're doing the new one, can you send me the schematics? He didn't respond. I said, hey, it's getting really close to like the cutoff date. This is about week 5, by the way, for this one. Actually, I think week 5 was the like cutoff. It got to like week 5 and I'm like, hey, have you guys like is anyone like here? Can I get the schematics? And he just stopped responding completely. The other guy's like, I don't know what's going on. Like, but the guy who tried to like come up with all this new idea, he was like, I wanted to design like the battery part of the circuit for him so he could like get started. And he like hadn't sent me anything. And I didn't get it. I didn't understand. So I went and saw the lecturer. I was like, hey, they're like not responding to me. And the lecturer was like, oh, okay. I'll message, and if anyone responds, then what's it called? Then we can get started with that. No one responded to the lecturer. So I was like, okay, what do I do now? And he's like, oh, you can do your own solo projects. Like, I haven't done any of the practicals. I haven't had a chance to do any of the pracs, right? And then this is a weekly prac subject. So 50% of what you learn is in the practicals, right? Maybe more than 50%. I'm like, I haven't had a chance to like start any of the practicals because my board has been broken. So like, you expect me to like start start designing my own thing from scratch when I have no practicals? And he's like, well, you can come up with something simple like using the camera to scan the cards. And I'm like, the board I've been given, we're out of boards. We have no more boards. The board I've been given doesn't have a camera thing to like detect anything. I'll have to like try and get it. He's like, oh, well, see if you can borrow something from someone else. I was like, fuck me, man. Like, oh, fuck. It was so fucking frustrating. That was the shittest subject I've ever done. Like, I just got fucked over so hard. And I don't know. And the lecturer like seemed to like blame me for it. Like, the lecturer, the way he was like phrasing everything was like as if I was like lazy and didn't do anything. How often do I have to go into uni and ask for a new board? How often should I have to go in? They should have checked all the boards are working at the start. Mm-hmm. Like, I fucking yeah. It was so bad. It was so bad. It's fucking sucked. It was the worst thing.
That is awful, Soap. I'm sorry. It's like
anyway, that's a rant.
That's a rant. That's definitely going on the YouTube channel.
This is why I don't do uni anymore.